I don't even know if I have good connection here, y'all, but I figured I'd show you a little bit of what's going on around here. You only get really one day to go see Panama in the mornings. Today's my last day. Actually, it's my day traveling back. And had an early morning. Beautiful morning here in Panama. I realized the gaming community in Panama is growing quite a bit, actually. As a matter of fact, everywhere I would go, just kind of like talk to people about Twitch TV, what the heck Twitch TV was. I was surprised to find out that it's growing in popularity. So that's kind of cool. Let me see what else. The weather here is really nice. I don't think it ever changes much. It's always in like the middle, like 80s, 90s. The mornings tend to be the best. It's like in the mid 70s. And it's just beautiful out here. I'm about to go get you guys a little bit of an angle of the city itself from old Panama. And man, I love it so much, man. This city is just beautiful. Panama City. There's a lot of really cool places in Panama besides just Panama City, but if you're a tourist and you've never been here, it's a really good introduction place here. A lot of architecture, like it reminds me of Puerto Rico. I'm from Puerto Rico, and so you get to see a lot of that right behind me. It's super quiet in the mornings. Traffic here gets really bad at like 8 o'clock, but when it's about 7, you get to enjoy some really nice quiet time and view, especially on Mondays and Sundays. And so let me see if I can show you guys really quick here. So this over here is actually the city itself, all the way back there. My hotel's somewhere like, I don't know, or like somewhere over there. So if you ever stayed in the W Panama, it's actually a really nice hotel. But the views you can't beat. Beautiful morning sunrise. And it's super quiet. It's like so nice, to be honest, guys. I would not get into this water though if you live in Panama City, or if you ever go to Panama City. The water here is contaminated. I mean, we do have the Panama Canal not long from here, not far away. And you do have, they didn't have a sewage system for many years. So they cleaned it up and everything, but it's still not the way, it needs to be. There are other beaches though outside of the city that are just amazing if you ever get a chance to visit them. There's an island called San Blas Island. It's beautiful. And so, but it's nice. The people are really nice, really humble, really welcoming. The culture is very rich. They love salsa, reggaeton, bachata. They really support a lot of American music. So if you're, from the western side of the family, it's really nice. A lot of rich culture, a lot of religion here. The main religion is Catholic, but they do have other ones. And yeah, it's awfully nice. I've never done this before, where I'm just like recording myself live in the middle of like a random city. But here we go. I really hope that the connection works. It's really bad to have connection here, especially if you're an AT&T user. Sorry, AT&T, but I've had better experiences here. So showing up a little bit more. The streets are made out of bricks, really old colonial style. And I'm about to go get some coffee. I got to fly here in the next couple hours. And so I figured I'd come up really quick live for a few minutes and show you guys beautiful old Panama, Viejo Panama. They also call it Casco Viejo, which is basically just a name that they give it out here. Now there's other places in Panama if you're a tourist down here. Amador is a really nice area. It's full of like different seafood restaurants, and a lot of locals go there in the family, for family time and whatnot. And what else can I tell you about Panama? Panama was invaded by the United States back in the early 1990s, believe it or not. They were trying to get President Noriega, who was believed to be associated with the cartel, and it went through a lot of turmoil. There's actually a history museum here not too far in the little plaza, And there's actually, they share a lot of history about the canal. They share a lot of history about the invasion. They call it La Invasión. And sure enough, yeah, the United States did invade Panama in the 1990s. Believe it or not, the war in Iraq wasn't the only war that we were fighting. We did go to war with Saddam Hussein, so to speak. And while we're doing that, sure enough, we were down here as well, battling in Panama to apprehend Noriega and bring him to what was believed to be justice. Now, the Panama people have a different perspective on this, believe it or not. They, a lot of them don't think that Noriega was actually associated with the cartel as much as they say, even though he really was. They didn't like the fact that America came here to invade, primarily because they believed that they were trying to do it to put a new political figure in place in order to push American interest. And so there's still people that hold a grudge against America for that, believe it or not. That's an interesting perspective of that. Well, nonetheless, we won the war, of course. History is recorded. And afterwards, we established some political figures down here, suggested political figures, which helped us secure some ties. But then we relinquished control of the canal back to the Panamanians. And somehow, ironically enough as it is, some more views. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Beautiful. I love sunrises in Panama. But anyway, so somehow, ironically enough as it is, Panama Canal became managed primarily by Chinese. And as a matter of fact, as of the last census here in Panama, there's over 500,000 Chinese people. If you go to a hardware store down here, if you go to like a gas station, believe it or not, it's owned, managed, or ran by a Chinese. And so that's really interesting, considering global events that are happening right now. And so who knows what the future holds for Panama. I will tell you this, it's a really resilient city. It's going through a lot of reform right now, a lot of changes. So, little monument here. Let's see what this is about. See, oh, just a little inspirational quotes about the political change in Panama throughout the years. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't even know if I'm in like inverted mode. And it happens to be just in front of this beautiful church, which I don't know if you guys will be able to appreciate. Nope, can't see it, too bright. Maybe if I go forward a little bit. Man, all this, and I'm actually like way too far from my coffee shop that I was gonna go grab some coffee really quick. I still gotta pack. But I'm trying this Twitch mobile streaming platform. I'm supposed to be playing World of Warships, y'all, so this isn't the World of Warships channel. Don't judge me, please. Bolivar, Palace Bolivar. Man, I learned so much about Panamanian history, it's not even funny. So, Torrijos was revered. I think it was Nicolas Torrijos was the name of the president. He was actually revered by the people, but he did not like America. And as I've come to learn a little bit, over the 60s, time of the 60s and 70s, America pushed a lot of ambitious investment projects that really promised certain results to develop and push the economic and the financial side of the countries that it invested in. And the truth is that these overinflated promises of investments actually did not yield the return that they were supposed to. And so they came with certain ties, certain strings attached for the benefit of America. And a lot of these political figures were not in favor of that, Nicolas Torrijos being one of them. If you look at Ecuador's history, it's one of the other ones that talks about the oil history and how, no kidding, we were trying to secure lots of oil resources in Ecuador, and we tried to push these infrastructure investments and electricity investments and all this other stuff just in order to secure future oil reserves. And well, anyway, so long story short, he died in an airplane crash. Some people say it was a CIA assassination. I don't know. Could have been a CIA assassination, could have been coincidence. However, what a coincidence that the president of Ecuador also died right before, like a couple of months before he did. And so, as you can see now in Panama, there's starting to be a shift, believe it or not, where, no kidding, we're seeing more Chinese influence here. There's actually a statue celebrating 150 years of partnership and trust with the Chinese government. And so, what does the future hold for Panama and U.S. relations? I have no idea. But all I can tell you is it's not really certain. Not certain for sure. Let me see what else I can tell you about Panama. Panama is a beautiful tourist country. It has a lot of fruit exports. It has a lot of tobacco exports. The coffee here is amazing. There's this actually coffee place called Duran Coffee Shop, and their coffee actually Duran coffee grains. It's amazing. And so it does have quite a bit of stuff to benefit from, but I think their primary industry is tourism. If you look at to the northwest, there's Bocas del Toro. It's really, they kind of call it American Village. It's really full of American citizens living there now that have moved down to Panama. If you look at Chiriquí, which is another sector that hasn't really developed as much, and it's about to start developing. There's also a big American presence that's starting to purchase land over there. And as I've been here over the past 2 years now, I've discovered that there's a lot of Americans that have been trying to move down here. So there's a lot of companies that are doing residency assistance for Americans to come down here. And there's a lot of Americans that are just like, I don't want to do any part of what's going to happen in America in 2024, 2025. Me being a strong believer, I have a feeling that 2025 is going to be a super critical year for Americans. And so a lot of people don't want to deal with that when the time comes, so they're actually moving down here. I actually got to see holy crap, that's a lot of cars. Traffic is starting to pick up here. I actually got to see basically 2 full tourist buses, over 100 people who came down here to purchase tea farms and coffee farms. These are all American citizens, and their whole intention was to reap the benefits in the next 5 years, because they just don't want to be part of anything that has to happen in America over the next couple of years here towards 2025. So I know the future is changing. And then there's a lot of people that purchase a lot of cryptocurrency, and down here, believe it or not, Bitcoin moves quite a bit. There's actually kiosks where you can literally like cash out on your crypto, specifically Bitcoin. And then you can also, no kidding, sell or purchase Bitcoin. So it's pretty interesting. All that to say that history in Panama has been crazy over the years, and the last 30 years have brought a lot of changes and challenges to Panama, yet the Panamanian people have been really resilient through all of this. Just figure I'd come down here really quick to this short beach and show you guys a little bit some of the areas here. We were just there a minute ago, but I just figured I'd bring you guys to the actual water here. And so right now, I think the biggest challenge that's going to happen in Panama is a transition of coins. Basically, the currency system in Panama could be under attack. I don't want to say under attack, but it could be influenced by the Chinese government, where, no kidding, Chinese people, the China's Communist Party, will be moving the main currency of the Chinese coin around here. So I really don't know, guys. Like, this is all speculation, and who knows what's going to happen. But 2025, I think, will be the deciding year. That's a nice little... I'm over caffeinated, so I'm talking like crazy, but I only have a few minutes left on this stream, guys. So I'm only got probably a minute left. Let's see what else. Well, that's about it, really, guys. Bottom line, Panama, beautiful country, really resilient country, lots of culture, lots of good people. Overall, a great visit. It's not expensive to come down here for a visit. You can, if you find the right hotel, if you find the right location, you could literally for about 50 bucks a day, you could be fat, dumb, and happy down here for a little bit. If you know the people, if you know what you're doing. Definitely don't use Marriott hotels if you want to save a buck. The average Marriott hotel price here is between $110 and $180 per night. So, but there's a lot of local hotels, especially in Amador. There's like 2 hotels in Amador that you can get a nice stay for under 80 bucks a night. And Amador has all kinds of beautiful restaurants you can go to. So that's all I got for you guys. It's been a 15-minute stream. Again, I'm in my phone and I already take like 15% of my battery. But Panama, yeah, beautiful country, guys. Don't forget, if you are watching this out of nowhere and you haven't subscribed or followed my channel, please do so. I'm also on YouTube and Instagram, Wizardist2K. And I also have a donation button. If you want to donate some money, please feel free to drop a tip in the tip jar. This is Wiz2K signing out. Stay safe, have fun, play on. See you guys later. Woo. I can't find the button. There we go.